Hello Internet, my name is Raiden Fallen and today I'm going to be running the support percent with Tassadar here today. This is my first run at the support percent. We're going to see how we can do. Currently on Speedrun.com there's only one recorded run of this category, also with Tassadar. I can honestly see why. His lane clear is just fantastic for this category. And although this category is a bit slower than other categories, I still think it'll be just as fun to run. The rules are very similar to some of the other runs I've done. It's going to be just us against the map because I am a lonely hermit and occasionally do not enjoy playing with other people. Who am I kidding? Other people are fun, but not for this kind of category. And timing will begin on the first map, Brax's Holdout. We're still running that map. It's still the fastest map for any kind of category. And we're going to be running that map. The timing's going to start when the countdown timer hits 0 on that map. And timing's going to end on Infernal Shrines, our last map. Yeah, that last one is always changing, and it really just depends on the character more than anything else. But when the core goes down in Infernal Shrines, that's when the game's going to end. So hopefully we can get some good RNG and a good run out of all this today. So at level 1, I'm going to be picking up the Psi Infusion talent right here. This is going to be our bread and butter skill of this run, is our W ability, which is Psionic Storm. It's a good AoE damage that increases more at 6 onto something, which is great for taking down buildings, it's great for taking down minions, and it's the reason that we're choosing Tassadar for this run overall. Nothing else in this kit really is as impactful as that. And let's begin. So, like with the Illidan and Artanis runs that I've done, again, we are hoping to have some good RNG with the Zerg Wave. The Zerg Wave is the objective on this map, and it's going to be pushing with us. And it's the entire reason we choose Brax's Holdout, because no matter who we're running with, it is just so impactful that it really does make that much of an impact, and really does make it the fastest overall for us to run. So yeah, we're just gonna keep throwing down these storms whenever we can. The storms return mana to us, which is nice. And yeah. We're just gonna try to do as much damage as we can here. And it looks like the wave's going to be pushing the bottom lane. That's fine, that's Tassadar. We don't really do a huge amount of siege damage to begin with. Like I said, it's just keep throwing out these storms more than anything. And as you can see, the minions actually did more damage to the tower than I did. Alright. Let's grab the beacons. Because that is going to be the main thing that's going to determine time on this map, is the Zerg Wave. Nothing else. Alrighty. Zerg Wave's coming. So that means we're just going to keep pushing down this lane. Try to throw out some more storms, get some more damage in there, and actually attack the turret that the minions are attacking. And here comes Zerg. So yep, here comes Zerg, and then they're just going to push all the way into the core. Now, an important thing that we're going to try to do here is just make sure that we can keep these Zerg alive as long as we can. Unfortunately, we cannot shield them with our Q ability, but we can continue to do that by at least focusing down buildings or minions or really anything that's attacking these guys. So at this level, the talent doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to go for a little bit more survivability with Call's Embrace, but again, doesn't really matter a huge amount. We're just going to be staying back most of the time anyways. Might make an impact at a final push. Not quite sure yet. Like I said, I haven't run this category before, so we're going to see where it goes. I'll say this though, at the very least. It does seem like a fun category. It's different. It takes a role that a character doesn't normally have, for in this case, a support character doing a damage dealing role, or a pushing role, which is a very unique situation that I definitely enjoy. It's a different way of thinking about characters, although, honestly, let's face it, anybody who's played this game can tell you that Tassadar is very loosely considered a support some days. I don't know, it might be interesting to run support percent with another character as well at some point, maybe like Charism or something like that since he's also aggressive, although he does have pretty poor wave clears, so that might be interesting. Alright, get out of the way of the other minions and things like that. And then we're actually going to increase the range. And just try to make the best out of this. And we're taking some damage, so we're going to just go on the shield. And then get away with our E. And we're just going to stand back and keep throwing W's underneath there as much as we can. Throwing on a shield to get a little extra healing. And just continuing to throw out the storms. And at this point our storms actually do outrange the core, which is very nice. Alrighty. Oh jeez. I always do that for some reason, not quite sure why. Minion wave right here. Throwing out another storm. Throwing out a shield to grab that extra healing. And once I clear out this wave, the catapult that we have should be able to push in and win the game. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a slower category there. Already we're about 2 minutes slower than what we saw with like Arcanas or Illidan, so that was expected. This is a slower category. It's not a character class meant to deal a huge amount of damage, so it's expected that it'll be like this. Alright. And 626 for Brax's holdout. Not a bad time overall. We're going to Warhead Junction next. Hopefully we get some good RNG with the Warheads, because we're going to really need them this time. Now, the current world record for this category is roughly 30 minutes. So, if we get some good RNG on these next two maps, we are really easily on pace to beat that record at this point in time. Again, though, that kind of depends a little bit on RNG on this map, and just how effective Tassadar will be at taking down the objective on Infernal Shrines. Again, we're going to be picking up the quest for his W ability. It returns mana on hit, and if we are able to get 500 enemies hit, we're able to increase the size of the storm by 20%. 1,000 enemies hit, we get the extra 20% damage. I'm not sure if we'll ever get to that point in these. At this point, it's just for the additional additional mana. But you never know. I think last game we had like 350 or so not even the first landmark at that point. So again, we're going to wait in the middle lane. We're going to wait for minions. Minions are going to push in, And we're just gonna help to enhance that push in whatever way we can. And I'm gonna shield the minion that's taking damage there to give it a little extra oomph. Yep, minions I can shield, objectives I cannot, which is another interesting development. I never really played Tassadar all that much, so this is a little bit of experimentation with me as well. Alrighty, then we're gonna scoot back, launch off another storm, and just keep sticking our laser on things. And we need to take damage from the towers, so we're going to get a little bit extra longevity, but really not that much. And then, yep, there comes the tower. Lay down another storm. And we have a warhead in the mid lane and a warhead in the top lane, which is very good for us. And I'm just going to lay down another storm to get rid of that tower really fast. Alrighty. One tower down. A lot of them to go. So we're just going to keep laying in the back line a little bit there. Shield that minion to keep us from dying really fast, but that's a very fast death anyways. And it looks like at the very least we'll get the wall down before the warhead spawn. Already. And the reason why I'm targeting the well here, even though it seems a little bit pointless, is mostly so the fact that the minions will focus on the fort every time. Again, we're mostly getting our pushing power out of minions here, not from our actual damage, so... So here's the warhead. And we're going to go for Call's Embrace again. And we're going to just drop the nuke right here in the mid lane. Normally we would save that for the keep, but I feel like the situation kind of feels like this could be actually somewhat helpful. And just keep laying down the storms. Alright, after this one falls, I will be rotating to the top lane to grab that warhead as well. Yep. Alright, rotating up, grabbing the warhead. My theory for this particular run is that the warheads, we're going to want as many of them as we can get, essentially. And so, we're going to keep going those warheads as long as we can. Because that's just going to increase our pushing power exponentially, really. Because the warheads do increase in strength as the match goes on, so... Hopefully that means eventually we'll be able to get some good pushing out of it. Because right now, that's the name of the game, is pushing. Alright, at this point in time, we are up to 387 hits with our Storm, which is very good. And again, at 500, it just increases in diameter, essentially. Well, also increases in radius is what it says, but, you know, same difference. Okay. Wave is completely gone. And with this warhead, I'm going to try to hit all of the buildings here, like we normally do.
Nuclear launch.
All the minions are gone. And we're going to go for the range increase. And this is the range increase for both our storm and for our shield as well. So at this point we just kind of hang back and make sure the wave keeps pushing. And make sure that we keep doing damage to that keep. And I'm just going to drop the storm. Since we reached the 500, we now have the larger radius. And I'm going to lay it next to the keep, because if the minion wave walks by, they'll take damage from it. Alright, we have our next warheads coming in 30 seconds. And I will be making my way to collect those. Specifically, the one in the middle lane is my target right now. I should still be good for one more storm, actually. And there we go. Perfect timing. Okay. And we're just going to drop it so that the center hits the building and the rest hits the minion wave. Alright, very good. Shield the minion, hit the wave and the building. Shield myself in there as well. I'm so very close to taking that down now. So the minions plus my own efforts should be able to, yeah, destroy that. Good. And we're just going to keep pushing along with our extremely high amounts of damage, as you can tell. We're just going to keep pushing waves in, laying down storms to increase the damage. Once our shield's gone, we leave, keep laying down storms, and then we're waiting for the catapult pressure at this point. And hey, there's our first round of catapults. So while that catapult is pushing in, I'm actually going to grab another warhead. Yeah, these waves are going to be pushing in harder and harder with more catapults. We're going to try to preserve catapults and just increase the damage that we're doing. This warhead should allow us to do some decent damage to the core there. Doesn't look like much right now, but rest assured, we will get there. I'm also going to take the heroic ability of the Archon, which is just going to increase my damage even further. Alright, dropping the nuke now. That was a little bit off in timing. I wanted to run the minion wave on the way in, but that's fine. Alright, I'm going to turn in the Archon, and we're going to do some damage here. A little bit of lag there for some reason. Okay, now the Archon's gone, so we're just going to step back and try to preserve these guys as much as we can. Alright, that one's being focused. Shield it. And then we're just gonna let the catapults finish this guy off for us. For 3, 2, there. Okay, 18 minutes for Warhead Junction. If we can finish Infernal Shrines in roughly the same amount of time as we did Warhead Junction, we've got a record. Alrighty. Infernal Shrines.
From order comes justice. Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Alrighty.
Remain vigilant.
So again, grabbing Scion Fusion. And once it's revealed which lane the objective is going to be pushing down, we will be pushing down that lane. And also with some of my other videos, I apologize at this point in time, the video is probably a little bit laggy. On my screen it just looks like a little bit laggy on the actual timer itself. I'm not sure why, but OBS doesn't like the beginning of games. In the middle of the game it tends to work a lot better, but the beginning of the game I'm just not entirely sure. I'll have to play around with it some more later. So anyways, we're just going to hang out here in the middle lane a little bit. Just kind of wander around, wait for the small bit of companion that we get from the minions. Because again, we're lonely hermits. So, yeah. And we're just going to push the lane in a little bit at a time.
It shall be done.
Okay. And we can see right now that the bottom lane is actually where the objective's going to be pushing. So we're going to head on down there and see what we can do there.
We will define the future. It shall be done.
Yep, just keep laying down those storms, keep pushing it down. Looks like the minions are targeting the bottom turret here, so just add to their efforts. Shield the minion if it's almost dead. And kill off the other minions to increase our Psionic Storm bonuses. Alrighty. Just move myself out of the way there. Keep the storm rolling. And the objective should spawn at the 3-minute mark with the warning at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Alrighty, the wall's already down. And the tower's down as well. Perfect. Alright. So now I can do a little bit of damage to the fort before we get any extra attention. And we are going to move over to the objective and hopefully get some good luck on that. Again, call us Embrace. We want to stay alive. And it looks like we are getting an Arcane Punisher out of this, which is very good. Excellent pushing power, which is all I seem to care about in this mode. And just keep going down the storms. Keep storming, keep shielding. And for some reason these guys all seem like creeping up on me, which I don't really talking too much about right now. I'm actually a little bit low on health, but that's fine. I can continue to heal up with my shielding. Just as long as I don't die, I should still be very good on time. And I'm actually going to head back for a heal really fast, just for safety purposes. This objective should be able to push in all the way to the core, so I don't want to risk it at this point in time. Yep, still healing up. 12 more, 7 more, 6 more, 5 more. And there are 5 on me right now, perfect. 2 more, 1 more, and we got it. There is our Arcane Punisher, which we will try to push it with all the way in. So let's get a minion wave push along with this. So the Punisher is just going to keep pushing with us, and thankfully the towers will actually focus a combination of minions and the Punisher, depending. But because it focuses a lot on the Punisher, it means that while enemy minions will be dying to those little beams of light that you see flashing around everywhere, it also means that the minion wave will be building up behind us, meaning that if for some reason our Punisher does fall, which is looking like it's going to be the case right now, we will have a rather large wave of minions to push with us still. Alrighty, again we're going to go for the additional range here. And as we reach 500, we are at the additional radius. We have a rather large wave of minions behind this Punisher. We have catapult pressure coming in soon. Punisher's going to go down. But that is alright right now. It's still left a couple of lasers behind, which are going to really just help us take down that new wave of enemy when it's coming in. So yeah, we're just going to wait for catapults, keep throwing out storms, and we'll see where this goes. And it doesn't really matter if the minions target us, we can just kind of heal through it all. But yeah, also just make sure we keep getting those hits in on the core as well. And at this point, our catapults should be coming into play. Yeah, that catapult's going to be doing more damage than I can, so I'm just going to make sure that we keep that around. And here comes the second catapult. And we're actually going to target the minion wave so that the catapult is preserved. The ranged minions are on us, which is very good. And again, we're just going to let the catapults do their job. Lay down a storm. Catapults are still hammering away. And we have a third catapult coming in as well. So with those 3 catapults and our own additional storms, we should be able to finish it off here very shortly. And that's game. 2741, and that is currently the record for support percent with Tassadar. Again, I'm going to be trying this with other characters as well. I'm going to be trying a lot of characters in a lot of different categories now. I feel like these categories, because they are not as fully developed as some other speedrunning categories out there, are a great area to just really experiment, try what's out there, see what's new, and see if some unforeseen strategy comes out of nowhere and just completely changes how this category works, or really any of these categories. But anyways, as usual, thank you for watching. If you have any advice for me, please let me know. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Goodbye.